Some call him crazy, the rest call him jester. People, welcome to Chapter 1 of Castlevania Lords of Shadow. This is the Besieged Village. It's the first level that we're going to go through, and a pretty basic one. Don't stress too much, of course, because you're just in the introduction. You're going to be learning some cool moves, and we'll be going through Castlevania Lords of Shadows, chatting about, hey, all things Castlevania, all things monsters, and hey, I'm just having an awesome time. I mean, hey, what makes you happy? It's really got to... you know, this one ticks a lot of boxes for me. There's like ancient monsters, huge amounts of blood, guts and violence, and of course a few cheeky puzzles thrown in to boot. So let's get stuck into these lesser lichens, tiny little baby werewolves that seem to be a right royal pain in the rear. But we've got our whip back, very old school Castlevania, having the whip. I mean, it wouldn't be the same if we didn't have the whip. And of course the daggers are back, so we're going to go for them. I don't know about you guys, but a big fan of the Castlevania series ever since it was around. I remember playing this on the NES. It was awesome fun back in the day. You had a cross, you had daggers, and like you had your chain, but it was like upgradable twice, I think it was. It was like it got a little bit longer, and that was about it. So yeah, really not as fantastic as this. But we've gone through, guys. It really has turned up a whole pile of notches, this one. We're going to get in here. Now, grabbing enemies, pretty cool stuff, and this whole circle affair is really one you need to wait for. It pops up quite often when you grab people, when you're doing things, and it's almost like having, you know, the little cutscenes where you have to press X, square, etc. Except now, you just have to press any button, but it's about being patient. So if you're a bit of a button basher like myself, I love to get stuck in. You know, you're busy waiting. Even after you've killed an enemy, you're still like hacking away at the same button. I love to go for it. I get a bit involved, but hey, so everyone does. But it teaches you to calm down. It teaches you to think about what you're doing. Now we've moved into our travel book. This is where we get to purchase upgrades and such like. So you can go through, have a look at your moves, and you can look at each one. Each one comes up with a really cool little animation on the side as well. So you kind of get an idea as to what you're buying before you go for it, which I think is pretty cool. Not many actually come up with nice little animation to explain exactly what it is you're getting for your hard-earned experience points. So you can have a look in the book at any time, of course, and just carry on taking out the general little lichens that come about. Nothing much, just little baby werewolves. They're like little puppy ones. Don't have to stress about them at all. Remember, your daggers are really seriously lethal, and any chance to upgrade your capacity or anything should be taken up quickly. Now Steve's gone through. He's our resident crazy who loves to go around and pick up all the bits and pieces from every nook and cranny in the games. He sorts us out with tons of locations to all these hidden artifacts and gems. There's a ton to collect in Castlevania. You'll note when you finish a level, you'll go back to the book, and the book will kind of give you a rundown as to how many enemies you defeated and how many items were collectible, etc. And you'll find that you may be missing quite a few. You also can't actually unlock certain parts until we come back. So it's going to be one of those games, it's going to involve a bit of back and forth at some point. I know that much because having gone ahead and played, getting with the dodges, those are really important in combat here. The combat system is very, well, almost unforgiving. It's not unforgiving, you just got to be on the ball. You can't mess around when you're taking on these monsters. I mean, come on. You know, you are Gabriel Belmont, you are like superb, man. You're one of the Order, and you kick butt. So you best make sure that your gameplay's on par with your character, because he really needs your help in this one. You're not going to be able to go through this one with a little bit of slap happy button bashing, as I found out very quickly. So you're going to have to get in there, start getting a little bit tactical, involve the rolls and stuff in your combat, and of course you'll be fine. Like I was saying earlier though, if you are in need of a bit more health, something like that, collecting these life gems will up your health meter, and to find all of them, pretty tricky. Some of them are in the like little nooks and crannies, but Steve has gone and found some of those for you guys. Have a look at the top, there's a pile of links that you guys can click, and to finish off this level what we need to do is press and hold this. You can go click those links, and of course you'll go through to Steve's guides. He's got a ton of stuff there for you, life gems and crystals of all sorts. I imagine we'll figure out what they're all for later on as we go through the game. I myself have just picked it up. We're going to be going through from beginning to end. You know how it happens, people. It gets a little bit crazy sometimes. We have a lot of fun, laughs and giggles along the way. So that's the end of the level. I'm going to leave you there, guys. Remember, until next time, game on, people.